Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day you see this. This is Tracy, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. This is going to be on TikTok if it's longer than 10 minutes. And you want to see the full video, please look at YouTube at Sweet Spot eMagazine. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, the subscribes, the follows, the views. I appreciate everything. So during my pre-shuffle, I feel like someone's intuition is really speaking to them. I feel like they're at the point where they know that they have to go in a right direction. Only if not for anything else, it's for themselves. So let's get started. The bottom of the deck, truth. The truth. They know that that's the only thing that's shaking. That's the only thing that's cracking. Fearless love. And the truth of the matter is, they have a deep, undying, devoted, and fearless love for somebody. Maybe somebody that they were afraid to express that to, or afraid to approach. But now, their intuition is letting them know. The truth is letting them know. This love, it's not going away. No matter how much they resisted, no matter how much they refused, no matter how much they wanted that love to subside, that love to be abolished, to at least curtail. But it didn't. It didn't slow down. It didn't stop. It didn't disappear. It just grew. It's almost like maybe the more distance someone had, the more the love grew. Intuition. Like I said, someone's intuition is at an all-time high. They know where they need to go. Spirit is letting them know it's time for them to surrender to their intuition, because that intuition is spirit guiding them to prosperity, to happiness, to where they really do want to go. Everybody has free will. Everyone can make their own decisions. But when we follow our intuition, we're allowing ourselves to be guided, to be directed, and to be assisted by Spirit, by God, by Allah, whoever you call your most high. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. She who knows. This is just something, intuition is something that the High Priestess has. She who knows. Doesn't have to talk, doesn't have to say anything. The High Priestess knows. We have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords, the World card, and the Knight of Cups. This person knows. It's up to them. They have to make this move. They have to make this decision to make this move if they want to be able to complete these cycles and put the past behind them. They're going to have to express themselves. They're going to have to talk about this fearless love that they have. They're going to have to communicate that. This is something that they've struggled with. It's like they wanted to say something. They wanted to show you, but something was holding them back. It was like they were trying to maybe juggle you and someone else, maybe feeling like they felt like they had to act like they were one way or appear to be one way, but they wanted to show you there was another way, but it got to be too much. Because you can't make your brain go in two different directions and not drive yourself crazy. Everybody else is not going to be crazy because they know where they stand. They know who they are. They know where they're at. But they're going to look at you like you crazy. We got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Someone understands that, you know what? They're tired of that in and out, those games, those childish games. They're tired of all that crap because they see it doesn't work. It hasn't been working and it will continue not to work. They got the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So it's like they know that it's up to them. That they've been trying to, they know that they need to apologize. They know that they need to say something. They need to communicate. They need to open up. They need to show you that love. They need to express that love. They need to be about that love. But for some reason, they felt like guarded, like they needed to protect themselves against that love. Like they were resistant. It was like they had to work on themselves in order for themselves to feel victorious. They had to go within. They had to see what was going on. They had to really figure shit out. Not just how it appeared. They had to really figure themselves out. Who the fuck am I? What do I stand for? What do I stand against? Who do I want the world to see who I am as a person? Not as the world wants to see me. Because they're going to get it all messed up. They don't care. But who I demand the world see me as. They had to plan something. They had to plan their move. Something became too much. It's like all of a sudden, just like this card just dropped all the way down. It was like they all of a sudden hit their rock bottom. Their resistance to the situation, their resistance to the truth of how they felt, of what they really thought, of the right and the wrong, of the truth, of the lie. Them keeping that to themselves, still acting in an immature manner. With that resistance card, they couldn't do it any longer. Became too much to bear. What else? Can't make this up. Judgment. They're feeling and heeding and hearing the call. They know that Spirit is telling them, this, I'm offering you an exit ramp. I'm offering you an out. I'm offering you a peaceful exit. This is the truth. Spirit is offering someone an easy out right now, a peaceful exit right now. Because judgment on the situation is being called. Spirit is saying, I want you to be happy just as much as you want to be happy. But in order for you to be happy, you have to follow what I'm telling you, what I'm showing you, what I'm bringing to the light for you over and over and over again. It's unmistakable. It's undeniable. And if you act like you can't see it, it's because you want to play the fool. It's because you want to stay in some type of wish fulfillment thinking, some type of innocence, some type of ignorance. Whereas really it's time for you to grow the hell up. It's time for you to go from a page of cups to a king of cups. And with the king, they don't have time to play. They don't have time to play. They don't have time to not see the situation. Because they're on a mission. They understand that in the past that they thought that they had several options. But they were just acting out of a page of cups, not really knowing which one to choose. They thought, oh, I got pick of the litter. But they were just lying to themselves. Their intuition is telling them something totally different now. Their intuition is telling them that, you know what? You don't have pick of the litter. You got one. And if you lose that one, you will be the sad one. Just by this person thinking in an immature way, they can have anyone that they want. They have pick of the litter. Well, the pick that they really wanted walked away. Their intuition was telling them, it's time for you to work on this relationship. It's time for you to work on yourself. It's time for you to just surrender. But immaturity, toxic people, toxic behaviors, who they decided to surround themselves with, kept them from their happiness. Intuition is speaking. Intuition, the fool came in upside down. Intuition is saying, don't be a fool. If you want to avoid your heartache, if you want to avoid your own heartbreak, don't be a fool. If you're trying to juggle someone from the past, don't be a fool. Spirit says you got one shot. Spirit says I'm not going to beg. Spirit says I don't have to beg anybody. I'm offering this to you. I'm not trying to talk you into anything. I'm letting you know, if you want the golden ticket, you gotta follow the yellow brick road. Now, if you choose to veer off that yellow brick road and you walk up to the bare cabinet, that's all on you. But just so that you know, I'm not begging nobody. I'm offering you an opportunity. I'm offering you an opportunity to grow into the emperor. To turn your back on things that no longer work for you like they did when you were a child. Now it's time to step up to the proverbial motherfucking plate and grow the fuck up. I'm offering you this opportunity. And with it comes all the riches, all the glory, all the materialistic, tangible things that you always wanted as well. But it also comes with that loyalty, that responsibility, that integrity, that dignity, and everything else that's positive about a king of pentacles. It's time for you to make a move. Stop worrying about it. Enough things have come to the light. Things that have happened for such a long time beneath your own nose, beneath, right in front of you. Things that you couldn't figure out for a long time. You didn't understand, but it kept you separated from the person that you really wanted to be next to. But it had you confused because someone else was lying to you. Two other people were lying to you about this person, saying that this person was all about tricks, all about games. This person came with stuff up their sleeve when really it wasn't the truth. This person was the love of your life. Let's keep going. Spirit says, I'm not begging nobody. I'm offering you. Get it straight. The job, they don't beg you to work there. They offer you a position. I'm offering you the opportunity to be with the one that you want to be with, the Empress. Spirit says, listen, if you want to be happy, don't be a fool. Right now, it's like the Emperor has his back to the Empress. And it's almost because maybe he was a fool in the past. But right now, I feel like the Emperor, he's got a lot of regret. There's things in the past that he's looking at, mistakes that he made, choices that were not so wise. But he's got to stop looking at the past. And he needs to turn around and he needs to look at what he does have. There's still that love right there, those two cups. These are the cups that cause the chaos. These are the cups that remain. So this is the love that remains. Pick up those cups. Go over here. Take that bridge. Walk across that bridge and get to that house. Spirit says, work on you. Because this person has worked on them. But work on you so you get the victory. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to come into balance with yourself. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to get the victory, and it's time for you to come into balance with yourself. Work on yourself. Communicate what you need to communicate. And that's to whomever. If it's time for you to cut people off, cut people off. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to put yourself first, not in a narcissistic way, not in a selfish way, but for you to take your healing seriously. For you to look at where and what you are investing your time in. Because some of it, a lot of it, most of it, it's probably been a waste of time. It's like you're supposed to be giving to others, giving to those who are, those maybe who you left out. But it's time for you to go ahead and take a step in the right direction. It's time for you to take a step in the right direction. Spirit said, those people that you worked with that caused chaos, it's time to let them motherfuckers go. It's time to show them the door and not giving a crap if the doorknob hits them where the good Lord split them. Because that will be the least painful of what they could possibly feel. Because Spirit says what Spirit has got for them to communicate to them, to let them know about them, to getting ready to check them, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be sweet. It's not going to be that loving. It's not really even going to be that forgiving. But it is going to be something to wake them the hell up. Wake them the hell up to some things that maybe they've created for themselves while trying to create it for someone else because they don't know who they are. They haven't surrendered. They haven't answered the call. They haven't even heard the ring or the knock. Oh, and look what was at the bottom of this other card that belongs with that deck. The Tower. The Tower. About a decision that they have made. This group that you were working with, that you were associated with, that you were hanging out with, the group that was so cool, the group that you had decided, you made a blind ass decision. That you decided that group, they're all receiving that wake-up call. Every last one of them is receiving that wake-up call. And it's because the truth of the matter is they have pissed Spirit off. It's like I'm feeling someone from your past, someone that you know, maybe someone that you looked up to, someone that you followed, someone that was supposed to have been the leader, someone that was supposed to have been fair and equal and just and everything else that the emperor is. Wasn't. Or maybe it's that emperor now, someone that you know from the past, who is now seeing the truth and is becoming the emperor that they should have been. Something is happening. There's some truth is swirling in the ether. Something about someone's decision. This decision got them trapped in their own making. They thought that it was going to lead them to their 10 of cups, but it led them to their own demise. Something about this decision. Three of Swords and Seven of Staffs. This decision led them right to their own demise. Now they feel like they have to defend themselves. Whereas before, it was they put someone else in the position to defend themselves. Now the tables have turned. That tower hit. Those people that set out to get you are getting the comeback. They're now feeling everything that they wanted you to feel. They're now asking Spirit to please help guide them away from this bullshit that they created. It's like now their money is funny. They don't know who to trust. They keep trying to keep shit to themselves. They're trying to act all normal and shit. But this shit ain't working. This shit ain't working. They having to go through a dark night of the soul so that they can learn their own motherfucking lessons. These are some lessons they won't ever forget. This lifetime, next lifetime, time after that, time after that, time after that, and time after that. This is going to be a lesson for their ass. They next life, they're going to be 2 days old talking about some integrity. Get my bottle with integrity. Parents going to be like, integrity, what? That baby's going to be like, we need to work together. Everybody needs love. Because they understand that's the shit that they didn't provide. That's the lesson they learning. How everybody deserves love. And if you don't love yourself, stop trying to hurt other motherfuckers. If you don't love yourself, stop trying to hurt other people. If you feel like everything has to be your way, if you feel like you have to separate people so that they don't talk and come together and be like, yeah, that person's like that with me too. That person got issues. You don't want that? And maybe you need to do a catch yourself moment where you can learn to love yourself and learn to love others. But the key word is this: love. Sometimes you just have to go within. Sometimes you know what's right, what's wrong, what's good and what's bad, what's ignorant, what's sad. Sometimes it's not all about the money. It's about the person. It's about who you ultimately work with that leads you to the good or to the bad. It's about what you actually have in your heart, what you actually really want to do. But see, this person is understanding that this tower moment, because this is the second tower. This tower moment, this is the second Three of Pentacles together. came out like this and came out like this. This person is understanding that those people that they had relationships with, that they thought was cool, that they thought was better, that they had thought had it going on. This person is understanding it. It wasn't. They was just trying to be all about the money. They thought it was just all about the money. They thought that they should follow the steps of somebody else who had all of this. And if they ever wanted to have all of this, they had to do exactly what this person did. But they didn't realize that this person was not in their north node, was not being the highest that they could be, was not being that honorable, was not honoring that title. Instead, they were treating people as options. They were acting in their ego. They were acting in their pride. They were acting as a narcissist, as a me first, it's all about me. Oh, there's a you. Huh, that's weird. What else? Someone's intuition is letting them know. It's time to look at everything. Everything totally different. See it different. Go within. Do yourself a favor. Go within and see it different. Not just see it different, but see the past for what it really is. It's time to honor the truth. If you want to stop feeling not happy, stop feeling like you're overlooking something, stop feeling like something is just not complete, stop refusing to see the truth.